So, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking on an exploration of some of the world's most magnificent predators, but we're doing it through a really unique framework.
hmm
We're looking at 9 major big cats, but, and this is the interesting part, we're analyzing them through the lens of a classic fantasy trope.
The alignment chart. Lawful good, chaotic evil, all of that.
Exactly.
And it might sound a little, lighthearted at first,
Right.
but this framing device is actually exceptional. The goal here is to use it as a kind of shortcut,
A shortcut to get to the real biology.
precisely, to extract the real specialized behaviors, the evolutionary reasons that define each cat's survival strategy.
Yeah.
When we assign them an alignment, we're really just defining their relationship to structure and to their ecosystem.
And what you start to see is just this extraordinary adaptability. I mean, across the Panthera genus and all its relatives, these creatures have evolved some incredible, sometimes really brutal methods to secure their place in the world.
And we'll see that lawful tends to imply, a rigid, specialized, or very structured behavior.
Well, chaotic is more about that brute force adaptation, unpredictability.
Exactly. And since we are dealing with apex predators, let's just jump straight into the behaviors that are defined by, well, extreme specialization and power. We'll start with the creatures designated as the most evil.
Okay.
This category highlights cats with these highly specific, often brutal, killing methods or behavioral shifts that just prioritize the singular pursuit of a meal.
All right, let's unpack this. I want to start in the Americas with the formidable jaguar. It's been designated as chaotic evil.
Hmm.
It's the largest cat in the Western Hemisphere, a stealthy killer, and the thing that keeps coming up is this terrifying specialization. It's a brain hunter.
And that specialization is the absolute key to its evil slot on the chart. Most big cats, they use the throat, the windpipe, for a quick kill. It's a relatively universal method.
But not the jaguar.
The jaguar doesn't bother with that. Its jaw power is it's disproportionately massive. It's designed to crush bone, even turtle carapaces.
But wait, why the head? I mean, is that just more efficient, or is it because they can? Why skip the standard approach?
It's pure, specialized efficiency born from overwhelming power. Think about it. In a dense jungle, a long struggle over a windpipe risks losing the meal.
Right, it could get away, fall in the water.
Exactly. So the jaguar's long fangs are inserted directly into the temporal bones, or sometimes even the ear canal,
Wow.
destroying the brain instantly. It guarantees immediate paralysis. It just eliminates the prey's ability to fight back at all. It's incredibly precise, powerful, and, well, brutal.
So it's not chaos just for the sake of it. It's a power adaptation that seems chaotic to us because it breaks the normal rules of predation.
That's it, exactly. Now, moving on to neutral evil, we find the critically endangered Amur leopard,
Oh, this is the one that's just impossibly rare, right?
probably the rarest big cat in the world. It lives in this frigid, really isolated pocket bordering Russia, China, and North Korea.
And the neutral evil alignment here, it comes from achieving power by defying its own instinct. Most cats are nocturnal, or they hunt at dawn and dusk.
Crepuscular, yeah.
But the Amur leopard broke that rule. It became a diurnal hunter, a daytime hunter.
And that is a massive biological shift. We can't overstate how difficult that is. A nocturnal cat's entire body, its eyes, its ability to handle heat, its stealth, it's all optimized for low light and cooler temperatures.
So why do it? Why make that incredibly difficult shift?
Its favorite food, Siberian deer and wild boar. They're most active during the warmest, brightest parts of the day.
So the leopard had no choice.
Pretty much. To get food in a really resource-depleted environment, the Amur leopard had to overcome its own biology, risking overheating, risking being seen, just to line up its hunt time with its prey's activity. It chose adaptation over instinct.
That's just incredible dedication to the kill. Okay, so that brings us to the last one on this axis, the one that embodies structure and immense power, lawful evil, the tiger.
The true king of the jungle, so to speak.
All right, even though they don't live in jungles. But yeah, the largest cat in the world. It can take down prey that weighs over 250 kilograms.
And the lawful part here is defined by its solitary dominance, its predictable territoriality. A tiger commands its territory alone. It doesn't need a pride, it just relies on immense strength and these really rigid patrol patterns.
Okay, so the lawful part is its structure. Where does the evil come in?
Historically, from man-eating. While most tigers today avoid humans, some populations, especially in the Sundarbans, were notorious for it, sometimes killing 50 people a year.
Wow.
That deviation, killing outside its natural prey, That's the evil act, and it's often driven by desperation, lack of prey or an injury. But even this act was bound by a strange rule.
They only attack from behind.
They only attack from behind.
That predictable pattern is just it's fascinating. It meant that humans could literally game the system. I read that villagers started wearing masks on the back of their heads, and the attacks dropped dramatically. They hacked the tiger's own law.
A perfect demonstration that even this lawful king follows a set pattern. But sadly, we're seeing this behavior pop up again. As deforestation gets worse and prey declines, even the powerful tiger is being forced to bend its own rules just to survive.
That gives such great context for that evil axis. It's all about specialization, breaking norms for dominance. Okay, shifting gears now. Let's go to the center of the chart. The neutral cats.
Right, and these are defined not by singular brutality, but by things like vast range, generalist diets, and a real reliance on solitary structured self.
We'll start with pure physical unpredictability. Chaotic neutral, the African leopard.
The spotted menace. You find them all across Africa and Asia, and they're easily the most arboreal, the most tree-dwelling of the big cats.
And its chaos is all about position and raw athleticism. I mean, we're talking about an animal that ambushes prey by dropping down from a 5-meter high branch.
And it's not just about dropping down. They can spring 3 meters straight up from the ground to snatch a bird right out of the air.
The physical ability is it's almost ridiculous.
It is, and the African leopard really shows off its strength and its complete indifference to gravity by carrying prey significantly heavier than itself right up into the treetops.
And that's not just for a safe place to eat, right? It's strategic.
Totally. It's to secure the kill away from rivals, from lions, from hyenas. It's defining its own rules of engagement high above the ground.
It shows this calculating intelligence that you don't always think about with solitary hunters. Okay, next up, ruling a massive range, we have true neutral. The cougar.
The cougar or puma or mountain lion, whatever you want to call it, is the undisputed champion of range.
Its territory stretches from, northern Canada all the way to the tip of South America?
All the way down. That record-breaking distribution is what confirms its true neutral status. It's just everywhere.
And it's neutral because it pretty much keeps to itself. It avoids conflict when it can, instead of, forming groups to fight off rivals. It's the ultimate generalist. It survives by just being able to eat anything.
That's its superpower. Adaptability.
So what stands out to you about its diet? It's legendary.
It's the sheer variety. The cougar shows this insane ability to adapt what it eats based on where it is. In North America, it's mostly deer, elk, that sort of thing. Ungulates. But go down to Florida and it's hunting feral hogs and armadillos. In the South American jungles, it's after capybara.
And here's the detail that just sticks with me. On the Patagonian coast, they become highly specialized penguin hunters.
Oh, wait, a jungle cat hunting penguins?
Oh!
That sounds like a biological contradiction. How does that even work?
Yeah.
What adaptations let them do that?
It's just incredible.
It shows that when an opportunity can come up, they develop these hyper-specific regional skills. They are true neutral because they have this immense flexibility. They don't rely on one fixed way of hunting. Survival dictates the meal.
Ruling a vast territory quietly. Love it. Now for the height of solitude and structure. Lawful neutral. The snow leopard.
The ghost among cats.
Yes. One of the rarest, ruling the snowy, high-altitude mountains of Central Asia.
And their lawful neutral lifestyle is defined by that structure in isolation. They are solitary hunters, mostly going after mountain sheep and goats. They rely on these exceptional climbing skills to navigate vertical territory.
And their law is simple.
It is extreme territoriality and absolute solitude. They do not share meals. They don't entertain guests outside of that very brief period needed for mating.
But there's a real structure to that isolation, isn't there? The females raise cubs completely alone for up to 2 years.
For 2 years.
They teach them everything they need to be these effective, lonesome hunters before they disperse. That preparation is what maintains the law of the solitary, high-altitude ruler.
Okay, so moving into our final category, Section 3, the good cats.
Yes.
And these are defined by behaviors that center on collaboration, community, or maintaining these essential ecological roles.
Yeah.
This is where we see the most complex social structures.
Let's start with maybe one of the most physically contradictory animals in the cat kingdom. Chaotic good, the clouded leopard.
This is a spectacular physical marvel. They live in the dense forests of Southeast Asia, and they've basically evolved into what you could call squirrel cats.
Squirrel cats.
Yeah. They have the ability to rotate their wrists 180 degrees,
Wow.
which allows them to climb head first, both up and down tree trunks, with this exceptional, almost chaotic agility.
But despite those nimble squirrel-like moves, there's a powerful contradiction.
Huh.
Like the longest fangs proportional to their body size of any living cat.
They look like saber-toothed cats.
They really do. And they use these incredible fangs to catch surprisingly large prey on the ground deer, hogs, but also things like red pandas up in the canopy.
And their good role comes directly from that versatility.
Yeah.
Their ability to hunt successfully on the ground and high in the trees means they control a whole spectrum of herbivore populations across the entire ecosystem.
So they're protectors of the forest's health.
In a way, yes. They ensure no single prey population gets out of control.
All right, next up, the speedster, defined by necessary cooperation, neutral good,
The cheetah.
the fastest land animal on Earth.
Of course. But what's fascinating here is that while they are known for speed, they are the second most social cat, right after the lion.
And that collaboration is born out of physical necessity. Cheetahs are relatively tiny compared to the other cats we've talked about, maybe a third the size of a lion.
Right.
And they specialize in hyper-agile, fast-moving prey like gazelle. To successfully hunt those targets, they had to evolve two things: unmatched speed and the ability to cooperate with siblings or other males to secure and then share the meal. So they have that kind of outgoing introvert personality.
That's a great way to put it.
Collaborative for the hunt, but solitary for that critical job of raising kittens. They really exemplify neutral good by finding that balance between independence and collaboration, all for the sake of survival.
Finally, we arrive at the absolute gold standard of defined cooperation. Lawful good, the lion, Panthera leo. Their entire survival strategy is based on numbers, on advanced group behavior, and on following the rigid laws of the pride.
And the pride structure is the most complex social unit in the entire cat world.
Without a doubt. Typically, it involves several related females, their cubs, and usually a coalition of dominant males. That structure is the law.
And the hunting methods just illustrate that structure perfectly. The females are faster, more agile, so they play the major role.
They do. They either corner and kill the prey themselves, or they just slow it down for the heavier, more powerful males to come in and finish the job.
But the lawful element really comes out in their most advanced technique, right? The strategic positioning.
Yes. The females work together. They use these coordinated, structured movements to intentionally trap prey. It's cited as the most complex group behavior seen among any big cat species. It's a true planned ambush.
So after all of this, what does it all mean? We used an alignment chart, a tool from fiction, and it revealed these incredibly precise biological and behavioral adaptations across the entire spectrum of big cats. From the solitary power-specializing jaguar that defines its own chaos.
All the way to the hypersocial lion that relies completely on strategic group structure.
It's an amazing range.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it just underscores that every single successful cat species is an extreme specialist in some way. The difference between lawful and chaotic often boils down to whether their survival requires them to follow a strict pattern, like the lion's pride or the tiger's territory,
Right.
or if they need to use brute force adaptability and just disregard the norms, like that skull-biting jaguar.
Right.
So this raises an important question for you to think about. When resources are finite, which survival strategy is ultimately superior? Is it the rigid strength of the specialist or the fluid adaptability of the generalist?
A fascinating dilemma to leave you with. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the specialized, structural, and surprising world of big cat behaviors. We hope you'll think about which cat's unique survival strategy you find the most impressive. We'll see you next time.